What's up?
What's up? How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty lucky.
Say what?
I'm fine. I'm pretty bad.
What?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
And hello, welcome everyone to Thank You for Collecting. I am one of your hosts, Ty, aka Uncommon Flex. And we have Marco's replacement, Jose, who has hopefully gotten done with his audio troubles, his technical difficulties. Marco is once again on assignment, we'll call it. And we have a special guest for a little bit. I wanted to get started before he had to jet on out of here. We got Calvin, the low-key collector. Welcome, Calvin.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Calvin.
Every week that goes by, I'm like, he told me I was coming on. I'm waiting on my invite.
Hey, man, you have a standing invite anytime.
Anytime.
No. This is episode 10. We've made it through 10 of these. There it is.
She just got home, so
nice.
I'll crack her open sometime this weekend.
I saw some pics. She's got some cheeks going there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got a little something going. Like, I was surprised she had more going on back there than She-Hulk.
Whoa.
But
well, I think on She-Hulk, she got the gluteus maximus. I think it's all muscle on her back end. We need some fat.
Yeah, she's got some back there that I was enjoying. So, fellas, I'm not going to waste a lot of time here. Let's do our check-in. Then we're going to talk some figures before Calvin has to get out of here. Now, remember, Calvin, the check-in is good, bad, whatever you want to share, whatever you don't want to share. It's totally fine. If you have nothing you want to share, that's totally good. It's just that this show is about more than just the toys. It's about the people behind the collections. So we want to just welcome you if you want to say something, but you do not have to, my friend.
All right. Well, y'all know me. I'm open book. So,
all right.
Yeah, what's today? Today's Friday, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday on the delivery, I hit some shit. I hit a fence at work. So now
damn.
I'm waiting to figure out what that bill, either pay the bill or go through insurance. I'm just trying to weigh that out. So,
ouch.
I've had one of those weeks. It's, they love to make orders for my size truck, but yet have me deliver in places this big and expect me to, what's that?
Be able to get in there.
How do you say it with a
Grip
needle?
the needle?
Yeah. So, which 9 times out of 10, I can do it. This time just got away from me, I guess. So, yeah. So it's been one of those weeks.
And so I want to apologize because I forgot to do the intro, but I queued it up. So here we go.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, please.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, there we go. Jose, your turn.
Oh man. No, I'm doing okay. I'm not as stressed as last week. But right now I was stressing because I thought I had everything in order and then the headphones weren't working. And then I turned off the computer, I restarted the computer, and then I'm trying to connect and it's not connecting and unsuccessful. And I was like, oh my God. But just right when you told me that you were gonna go on, it like connected. And so I was like, oh, okay.
It needed that push.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. Like, but yeah, man, it's been okay. I've been working the whole week, which has been good, relatively easy. It's just like with the kids, it's just babysitting them. So, make sure you do your work, But sometimes it's just kind of like, hey, like they get upset, that you're pushing them, and then it's just like, I'm like, look, I don't get paid any more or any less if you do your work. If you fail the class, that's on you, like I'm still gonna get paid. So
this is very true. Very true.
So, but I like being at work. I've always been like, with the kids and all that, because I've always been like the type that I'm like, I don't want to do a job that I kind of hate, because it's just like you hear about all these jobs. Like my mom, she'll always be complaining about her job, and she's like, oh, this person this person that. She works in an office, and so it's kind of like, I don't like those kind of jobs. Like I want to be somewhere where I actually enjoy being there.
Yeah, I totally get you on that because my entire work career has basically been that. Just, I don't like what I do.
Yeah.
Well, didn't like what I do. So I'll go next.
Yeah.
Basically it's one of those, like, I'm just coping with everything. I have my ups and downs, but this is always an up, especially I didn't know I was going to get Calvin this week. So this is an up for me, and getting to talk to you guys for a little bit. So that's it for me.
All right. Yeah, no, that's good, man. I mean, usually from what you've been telling me, I don't know, maybe I'm taking credit for it, but you say that the show has kind of been a highlight for you. So I'm glad that we can get together and we're able to get Calvin and hang out with us for a bit. That way, we have a good time here together.
Absolutely. It is definitely the highlight of my week. And Calvin, I'm telling you, we got to get you on for a full show next time.
Yes. But Calvin's in demand, man. Everybody
I know.
wants Calvin.
Like, I had to get in line.
Yes.
It's all good. I mean, he's a great guy, so I see why.
I have an interview tomorrow morning too. I'm doing a pre-recorded interview tomorrow, so that should be coming out soon.
Ooh, all right. Like one of those get to know you videos?
I believe so. Yeah. Pretty well known YouTuber reached out to me and asked me if I was willing to do it. I was like, sure, let's do it.
Well,
nice. Nice. My man. So without further ado, I figure we get this over with as soon as possible. I mean, Calvin, I know you are a fellow Batman fan.
I just left the theater from watching 89. I literally was just watching Returns before I jumped on with you guys. And as you see, my Batman background is back here. All I'm going to say to this is hell no, because I've got the one that matters here. The real.
Wait, let's see.
This Goldar shit. I don't know what the hell they were trying to prove with that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
you
go.
On this thing is fucking terrible. I'll tell y'all that. This connector here sucks. If I barely tap this thing, it'll just collapse. But when you get it to hook in right, it looks great. But yeah, the black and red is 10 times better than that gold. So no, not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. I don't even know why that's out. It needs to go back in the case.
Yeah, I wanted to get someone's take on this. It definitely does not have to be long, because I know what my take was when I saw this today, and I was like, good Lord, what happened? But
this is actually the first time I've realized the gold trim on the wings since I just grabbed that one. I'm like, that wasn't colored. Okay. They put gold on gold with this. Yeah, and the batarang too, that you can't even tell that there's a batarang in his hand.
There's just so much gold.
Wow, they outdid themselves on this one. Not a good.
Normally I don't go into politics, but they Trumpified this Batman. Like, this is just absolutely terrible.
And then some.
Like, look at
all
this.
The weapons are golded out.
And his mouth plate, he's got
like how
gold.
So did this one come? Did this one come with the mouth, like the cover for the mouth plate? Ever since this came out, I honestly never looked into it. I never looked.
Me neither.
I think that's
the cover right there. Yeah.
Oh, there's the cover. Okay, so at least that's not gold.
Oh, it's just.
But yeah, no, that's all bad. I don't know just the way this was. I'm sure somebody out there likes it, but I don't know where.
I haven't heard one person say I'm getting this, which is surprising. There's always that, one person that is like, hey, I kind of like it, but this one, I haven't heard anyone.
And if anyone watching this at a later time, if this is your jam, more power to you. You are welcome. Enjoy it. This is just not for me. Like, it must be for someone because they made it. Yeah, so it's got to be for someone, and they actually like showed it like a release, with pictures and whatever the hell this is. Like this is just too much gold.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know about all that.
As a personal preference, I prefer platinum, tungsten, or silver over. I just feel that has always been a color that goes with everything as opposed to gold. I think gold clashes with more things
Yeah,
than it meshes with. So this is definitely an off for me.
it's clashing with itself,
Yes.
basically. It's just a lot. Oh, let's see. Let's check the chat real quick here. We got the movie canon. Hello.
Sub Geo.
Uncommon Flex. I know that guy. How are you? Oh, Low Key Collector. There he is. Welcome. Loco Lou, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Hey, Blurred Dad Life. How are you, sir? Good to have you. And now let's get back to this nightmare. We'll at least get this. Okay.
Loco Lou, it's like, it's a hell no.
You're right, Lou. You're right. Like, it's actually hurting my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is ridiculous.
I put that picture. Did you?
You
see?
did that? I'm like, wait a minute. Something's going on in the folder. Something's going on in the folder here. Oh boy, but
does it not look like that? Even the trim on the wings is gold on the top. You see that?
It does. It really does. And that's just
the red eyes.
Was this the inspiration, you think? Or did Howard just say, what's the most gaudy thing I could do?
I think Howard was like, hey, I got a bunch of Batman Beyonds over there in the back to just, gathering dust. What can we do to sell them? And then someone's bright idea was like, what about we dipped it in gold? And then they were like, that's genius. And there we go.
Just lower the price. Don't do that. Don't just, put some stupid gold paint on there. All right, let's get to something that I think is a little bit better. Calvin, you let me know what you think.
Okay.
I don't think I would buy this because I didn't go after the first one, but I'm loving the color scheme on this one. At least I know where the colors are coming from. It's an original from the 66 colorway. I always liked this figure from a distance. I just never went after it. There was always too many other things on the table.
Yeah.
Jose?
Yeah, I could appreciate it more than that other thing we just saw. With this one, at least it has that throwback, color scheme for the 66 Batgirl and all that. So that's pretty cool. I don't collect the Arkham line. I've only played a few of the games, which I really enjoy, but I've never been the type that I'm going to, chase that line and collect, the Arkham figures. So it's not something that would interest me in particular, but it's nice looking. It's better. That's all I say.
Hey, Calvin, you want to read what Loco said here? Is he wrong?
He's not wrong. And I just keep getting in the back of my head. I was trying not to say it, but I keep getting Austin Powers in the back of my head. The gold.
I could see that. I could see that. I had the other one, the black and gold one, and it's a decent figure. I ended up selling her because I don't really like the Arkham line for some reason. Like I still have my Arkham Batman, but he's, dare I say, probably my least favorite Batman figure that I have. Like they just don't do it for like he doesn't really articulate. He just kind of stands there. And the Batgirl was good. I didn't really do much with her, but I did like her. I didn't think she was a bad figure at all. I do like this color better than the one that I had. Like, I'm not probably not gonna get this because just not that interested. But I do like the way she looks because Calvin, like you said, it's like throwback to the '66. So this makes sense. I can get with this, not with whatever the hell happened with Batman Beyond.
I don't understand the logic behind it at all.
And there's got to be something that tells them people will buy this.
I don't know. Someone in a boardroom saw those promotional images and were like, they're excellent. Release them. You know what I mean? Like something that happened. Like
there's got to be some bean counter somewhere that said, yes, go ahead and go forth and make this abomination because someone will buy it. Maybe it's a China thing. We should ask Joe Al. Maybe they dig that in China. Hong Kong or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible.
XE suit Batman would have been better. Not in the gold, but he's a better figure, I believe. I agree with Lou on that. I don't want gold on him though. Like he's way too big to be that gold. But like, if you
nice
look at her, it's a good looking figure. I wasn't too happy with like what they did in the crotch area though. Where you could see I don't even know how to describe it. Like it looks good here, but like where the legs are completely separate, like it's an Iron Man suit or something like that. Like her suit isn't metallic. It's not armor like that. I don't think it is. But anyway.
Yeah, Local Lou says it's good luck in China. Gold. So maybe that's why it's for them.
Well, I hope they enjoy what they got because that's a lot of gold. That's a whole lot of gold. I'm sorry. That's just a whole lot of gold. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I wanted to get that one out of the way, as quickly as possible. Because I don't think this will be a super, super duper long stream. It seems like everyone's on to stream tonight. Usually it's we kind of go up into LWO.
Yeah, it's pretty busy today. I mean, there's some good stuff to talk about too with the Jazz Inc., Catwoman, and the Batman Returns and all that. So people are excited. I don't. Again, bringing up Hot Toys logic, like I don't understand why they decided to announce these two first and then do the Batman Returns. Like, had you done the Batman Returns first, then everyone's hyped, and then you kind of show these ones, and people are like, well, whatever's. It's like, but I don't know.
So Blurred Dad Life says he just traded off his Batgirl and Arkham Batman a couple weeks ago to get some Star Wars figures. Yeah, that's kind of like what happened with my Batgirl. I had Batgirl, I had the third-party Nightwing figure, and I just, I was like, all right, you got to go. I would have gotten rid of that Arkham Batman actually, but his cape is messed up, so I decided to keep him. We won't talk about what happened with the cape, but let's just say his cape.
We didn't think anything bad about it, and then you say it like that, so now we're like, whoa.
I'm about to say I didn't think nothing of it. Like, okay, well, something's wrong with the cape. Then he gonna lead us on, but then still not tell us. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all what happened.
I ain't gonna tell y'all, but let me just say that cape ain't right no more. That's all I'll say. Oh. But yeah, so if I seem like I'm rushing a little bit, it's because I want to maximize my time with Calvin here.
Yeah.
So let's get to the really good stuff.
Yeah, let's tackle something here. Exciting.
Come on with it.
Let's make this happen, Calvin. Let's do it.
Hell, motherfucking yeah! That's what I'm.
Yes. Here we go. Let's do this.
Who was I on last night? I was watching Joey and the guys.
Drop? Yeah.
And then I'm driving though, and I wasn't in the truck. I was in the car, but I'm driving, and I noticed. Actually, I was on my way to the movies, And then I hear somebody's like, oh damn. I think it was Zio was like, oh damn. I was like, something just dropped. So I go to my phone before they even said, I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. I've been waiting on this a long time. So I've got 89 Batman, I've got 92 Batman, and I got Old Man Batman, all Keaton.
Yep.
So good to go.
Yeah, man.
And I've got some custom pieces coming from my Batcave as well. So I'm sitting pretty. I'm just sitting back
yeah, from what is it? What is it? IC Custom or what's his name?
And I shouldn't have gone to see 89 because he put out a couple pieces for the computer. And I think I'm about to message him and see if he saw some pieces left because now I want it.
Oh man.
Damn.
It's really nice though. I've seen his work and
no, he did my Justice League pieces for me. So
yes.
No, he's solid. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Local he said he got it.
Oh, and they took the coupon on this because I tried a coupon on Terminator, they turned it down.
Really?
I was trying to do a coupon too. Mine wasn't working. So
what coupon did they take? Let me know. Shoot.
Yeah, come on, share the wealth, Lou. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, Lou. Which one you got?
I'm gonna try this right now. You know what they've been stingy with? They've been stingy with this Batman Begins figure. It's like they refuse to put it on sale. You have to like find little windows when they'll do it. They got all kind of stuff on sale right now, but that one's not.
Yeah, that's how I ended up getting mine. I caught them one day when they did that. Y'all know nobody wants this shit. Get rid of it. Just give me the games. I mean, I finally got one on sale. I was able to finally get one, but it was like it was like 2 or 3 major sales went by and they refused to put that on the list. I was like, okay, you guys are being stingy with this one. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I got mine for like under 2 because that was the only way I was going to do it. Right. Yeah, they did shame on that.
I think they're aware that head sculpt came out. Now they know everybody wants it. So they're like, well, shit, you're going to pay us full price for it.
We're going to get everything we can now.
I'll wait you out.
Now there's a good alternative. I was like, oh, hell no. So Lou is saying that only thank you coupons work on it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I got. So I'm going to try this right now because I was planning on going with Underground, but let me see if this coupon works.
Underground's cool because there's no deposit you got to leave.
The only thing
with Underground is that they're more that way, right? On the other side of the states. So
they're on my
basically,
side.
Yeah. So basically what happens is that Sideshow, you have to wait for Sideshow to get it and then ship it all the way over there. And then you have to wait for them for it to come back.
And Sideshow's 2 hours from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. I got my Clone Wars Obi-Wan from Underground. That was my first one that I ordered from them. And it got here next day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what we're used to with Sideshow on this side.
Yeah, I paid for that bad boy on a Monday, got it that Tuesday. Freaking awesome.
If I close an order with Sideshow if I'm pushing it by 1 p.m., they can usually get out. But I try and get it in by noon, and usually they'll have it to me next day.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Dude, when I just got a notification from Sideshow that my Hono Wolverine is shipping. That's a week for me. When it finally says they shipped it, that's a week for me. Guaranteed from Sideshow. Damn. And I'm not very patient.
I've come to realize that about a lot of my guys in this community. I'm like, y'all chill, it's coming. Y'all like, I want it now.
Yeah.
See, like normally I'm not that patient, but I found out part of the reason is the ADHD makes it like almost painful, because it's that impulsivity that gets to me, So I'm trying so hard to be patient with stuff, but because there have been times where if I order from Amazon and they were like not next day or not 2 day, I was like, forget it, I don't want it then, and I didn't order something. That's how crazy I've been in my lifetime. But thankfully, I understand what's going on now, so I'm a little bit, I can do things to kind of mitigate it and get a little patient. But still, I don't like a week to wait. What do you guys think about this base?
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, A lot of people are using this as kind of confirmation that Hot Toys is going to announce their Catwoman, though. Like, do you guys see that? Because I mean, I don't know if it confirms it, but
Now, for me, this is Shrek's logo.
Mhm.
And that's been my issue with this. I'm like, everybody keeps seeing Catwoman. I'm like, I know she looked through the window of the logo when she was at the store, but this was never her logo, even with it being a cat. So, I mean, it could be, but Sideshow is usually a little more telltale than this, that we would have seen a leather leg. We would have seen, you know, a hand with claws or something, or the back of her and you know, in the behind the picture or something like that, if they were trying to tease something. So I think this just happens to be a dope base that they gave us a couple transitioning pieces on it. And shit, I don't know. Like, you know, Hot Toys, they know Yost is coming with it. They see those pictures. They know what those head scopes look like. So regardless, I'm going with Yost anyway. So if they come with something that's that dope, shit, I might have two.
That's kind of my logic
going
too.
to do it.
The way I'm
Jose.
thinking about it, no, that it's locally. I think he, you know, I don't think they're going to do it. But if they do, like the one I've been telling everybody that is saying this, I'm like, I feel like they'll probably just do a clean version. You know, so it's like my logic is maybe I'll just do the battle damaged on Catwoman, and then that way, if the Hot Toys does one, it'll most likely be clean, and this I can get that one too. You know, but who knows? We'll see, I guess.
Good looking, Lou. That definitely worked. So the thank you did work for Batman.
Nice.
So now I know that the RSVPs only work for the in stock. Because I'd be hot. I'd be like, how you give me a coupon but won't let me use it?
Yeah, I've yelled at them quite a few times.
And it's not like they tell you, well, you can't use it for this reason. They just be like, we took it off. I'm like, would you love to elaborate? Can you let me know when and where and how I can use this coupon? Because the expiration date is ticking down and I want to use it. Also, let me get on the rant real quick. Back in the day, they used to be $25. They got cheaper. Now they're $20. Don't think we didn't see that shit.
I remember when they were 25. It's true.
You know, I you know, speaking of the whole not letting it, you know, work for certain figures that you actually want, it's like the stuff that they can't sell, that they put it up for sale, like, oh, it works for this, you know, because no one else wants it anyway, so we might as well just give you $20 off on it. Like, I've gotten notifications from them where it's been probably like 5 or 6 of those were going to expire. And when I look, I'm like, because there's nothing I want. That's why it's been sitting here, Sideshow. It's nothing I want. That's why they're going to expire. And guess what? They are going to expire. And they did. Because I'm like, I'm not taking the bait on this. I don't want this. You know.
No.
And not one of them gave a deal on Batman Begins. Not a one.
The only thing they want to sit on is that $5 shipping. That's nice and dandy. That's a shitty ass figure. Come break some bread and come off of it. So I think it was Mario put out a code for us, and I think I got 25 or 30% off of it.
Yeah.
And then I spread it through payments because I'm like, I'll get it when I get it. I got plenty of other stuff I'm worried about getting in right now. So, but the flip side of Sideshow, has anybody gotten those emails where they're like, oh, it's here. You ordered it. Come on and get it. I'll get that shit when I feel like getting it. You ain't gonna punk me to get it now. They be quick to trying to come on, get it. It's right here. Nah, cool. You hold on to it till I'm ready for it. So
I get it when I'm damn ready to get it.
Our plastic crack dealers, you know, just like, come get it. I got it.
Come on now. Come on.
You want to hold on to the shit I want.
Yeah.
But then when I force stuff down my throat that I'm like, that you just sitting on, nah, come on.
Man, this suit looks so nice. Look at that.
What do you guys?
We don't have to worry about. We don't got to worry about the texture on this one.
I literally just turned off this movie, and I'm like, this cow fit him so much better than 89.
Yeah,
the 89 cow just looks like it's just something sitting on his face.
Yeah,
this one actually looked like
it did some work. Yeah. You could tell they improved the process.
That sculpt looks so dope.
Would you guys have wanted some battle damage? Because when this scene happens, he's got like a scratch right here on his cheek. He's got some blood. Would you have wanted some battle damage, or do you like you doesn't matter?
As good as this is, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy to get it and finally have the chance to get it. Because I've been looking at back. I for almost 2.5, 3 years now, I stopped going backwards. I was like, I'm not doing it no more. But this and this 89 and that Joker were 3 I was always eyeing, and I was like, I just decided that, and when the Ghostbusters, the Blitzway, and I was like, I'm not paying these prices. I can wait.
Yeah. I think I've told this story before, but the returns, one time I was gonna buy it off some guy, and he was like like he wanted like $600 and for the 2-pack. So I was like, I don't know. I ended up, and then I remember I was like, let me think about it. And then he was like, all right, cool. And then I messaged him like maybe a day or 2 later, and I was like, all right, man, like let's work out a deal. And then he didn't even answer me anymore. So I was thinking about this when it got announced, and I was like, glad he didn't answer.
You just had to.
Yeah.
What do you think the articulation will be on this? When you think it'll be better than the original? What do you think? Because I mean, this is definitely a rubber suit.
I mean, you saw what was that pose on the picture before that? I mean, I'm sure he'll be able to lift his legs, lift his arms slightly.
I mean, he's gonna have to lift his arms to get those wings extended. If his arms connect to those those wings that he has. So I think this will have motion.
Yeah, I could see like right here. You can see it's kind of folding in on itself there.
It looks like the material for like the Batman Begins. I don't think you're going to be able to do much. Like,
you
probably won't be able to do much with his legs.
The thing I always thought is like they couldn't do that much in the movies, so Okay. I don't worry too much about it. It's not like I'm going to put him in super dynamic poses. I don't think.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, with this Batman, I don't think you need to do anything crazy. You put him maybe in a fighting pose, or grapple gun or something like that, something kind of museum style. And I think he'll look great, especially with the base. Even if you don't have like a Batmobile, I think he'll look great just like that. By itself, or with the Catwoman. If you buy the Catwoman.
Calvin Loco says he's not going backwards.
Yeah, hey,
no,
it's a slippery slope, and I stopped doing it unless it's something that has just a great deal. Because now, like I think a year and a half ago, I bought the Mark 6, and I literally, as we were talking, I literally just ordered the new gantry. I found a perfect deal. So
yeah, congrats.
So I guess I'll have a clean one, and I'll have a battle damage now.
Well, all right.
So this goes back to the Batman Begins figure, the love-hate relationship. I know exactly how you feel. Got it half price.
Paid for the cape. I paid for the head sculpt, and I still don't have the damn figure.
I still don't have my damn.
Once you get it together, though, Calvin, you're gonna like it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Calvin, I could tell you, I got my my head sculpt from Kit, and that changed that figure entirely. Even with the stock cape it has, which isn't that great, but that head sculpt makes all the difference in the world. Like it makes
little bitty ass eyes that the original one came with, sitting there looking at each other like that. Yeah, no,
it's a figure that it should have been to begin with. I shouldn't have to have spent like let's say $190 on the figure, $80 on a head sculpt, and then another $50 on a cape, which I still have not received because I'm waiting on Kit.
Okay.
They sent it, and for some reason it got returned, and I'm still waiting for him to confirm that he's gotten the return so he can send it back out again.
I've never had that happen with me with Kit. That's strange.
I've never had anything else happen like that with him before. So it's like hold on, what the hell's that all about?
I hate to run, guys, but I'm being summoned. elsewhere. So
No
let me-
worries.
Oh, good, man. Thanks for joining us for a
Thank you,
bit.
Kit.
I
So,
would love to- I'd love to
oh,
come
go ahead,
back
go
and get a full showing with you guys, though.
absolutely. I didn't get to Catwoman because I digressed a little bit. Sorry about that, but we'll get
People
you back.
will be talking about it.
soon.
Just know, double pack is coming home. No question.
Ooh.
That's gonna happen. And actually, I just in my timeline on YouTube, I saw Lael posted a show. I think it said the 4th of October with him and Yos for a pre-order show. So it sounds like the October 4th is when officially the pre-orders are going up.
Oh, so it's not going to be September 30th. They pushed
Right.
it a few days. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So Yos decides to do this shit the day after my wife's birthday. Appreciate that, yo.
Oh boy.
Good luck with that, man.
Damn.
All
It's
right, man.
always something. But guys, let me run over here
problem.
and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Thank you again,
Thanks,
Cal.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Appreciate seeing you guys in the chat.
Thank you. Later. All right, Jose. It's back to
we're
a
taking over
duo.
the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
taking over.
The dynamic duo. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. Lou is throwing some bombs out here. Hulkbuster 2.0 USB. That would be something.
Mm.
He needs it. Like all those lights that are in that thing. Jeez.
Yeah.
And 3 Keaton Batmans. I understand
know.
that.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
I want them all too.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to keep the 89. I have it on pre-order, but I'm trying to see if maybe someone will take it. I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of. It's one of those like the Batman Begins, where like the love-hate thing, where it's like, like, I'm gonna have to like invest in it too. Like, I already have it actually, the custom cape from Jackson for the 89 Batman. So I got that one already.
Okay.
And then I'm like, the mouth plates, like, it's like maybe I'll be okay with just the bloody one because I don't know how good it looks like Michael Keaton, but they say that it looks pretty good in person. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm still kind of really undecided about it. So, and then I know Jackson teased that he's gonna do mouth plates for it. So like
Oh,
you
really?
can, yeah. So essentially, like you'll be able to buy like replacement mouth plates that will look more like Michael Keaton than the ones that the stock one came with. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'm still pretty undecided, but I want all three. I bring it up because it's like Luke Lou. I want all three because Michael Keaton was the Batman that I grew up with. So it's like I got the nostalgia. Like I had the VHS tapes and played them over and over again. And I've shown it before in other streams. I still have my Batman Returns VHS tape.
Do you
All
really?
beat up and everything. Yeah. Let me see if I pull it out right now. But yeah, it's so it's nostalgic for me, man. So Catwoman. Oh, and Catwoman. I'll bring it up now, but Catwoman is actually from my hometown, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like I feel like it's blasphemy to like not even say that I'm gonna get the figure because it's like, dude, like we go to restaurants and we see like her like a framed photo of hers and things like that. Like, oh, she's from our town, like celebrities that came from here.
You got to support the hometown girl.
Yeah, I do. So
Mezco. Yeah, Mezco does some good stuff. Yeah, I am
Yes.
definitely a fan of Mezco, so I agree with you, Lou. Oh, this was about the Jazz Inc. Pre-order. Okay. And Blurred Dad Life. I'm right with you. Keaton is my Batman. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if I still have the 80. Oh, wait, let me solo you here. Yeah, that one's been played. Yeah. That one, I am gonna date myself here, Jose. When I got my Batman VHS, I bought that from Blockbuster.
Oh, really?
And I know I paid a good amount of money for that bad boy. I don't think I have it anymore, but yeah, that's where I got it because that's where you got them from at that back then. You know, when it finally came out where you could purchase it, you know, Blockbuster had it, and you know they would ream you a little bit, but he was Batman, so I didn't really care. You know, that was my Batman. So it's the same with me here. It's like this is my guy. You know, the one thing I did notice, and this is nitpicking, right, is because I saw someone had a side by side. I wish I had gotten it of this figure with the actual Keaton, or maybe it was the 89 one. Like I think it was Unreal Customs showed like a side by side that he had. These lips are very colored in. Like his lips are very dark, and his lips are not that dark. You know, and it not that it would ever stop me from getting the figure, but it was just I noticed it. Like, why are they doing that? Like, you know, it's like when they used to make everybody really tan.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know, that maybe that's just a crazy thing. I'm looking, you know. It could be me, but like those lips are very, you know, they're luscious.
That little pinkish little, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. His lips are not like that in real life. But speaking of the 89, let's go back to that for a second. Jose, did you see the latest pictures from Unreal Customs?
Oh my, yes. Yes, I did. It looks amazing. Unreal Customs is doing the whole cow with the mouth plate. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, like I was amazed, man. I couldn't believe it. It looked like the real thing. And
Yeah.
so
He did a great job.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how good that but it's expensive. I won't put out the price here, you know, just for privacy reasons, but I reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, you know, like how much would that cost?" Cuz I actually reached out to him to actually kind of pitch them on doing like the mouth plates. I was like, "Oh, like if you did the mouth plates, like I think that would sell." And he's like, "Well, you know, I'll see. Like I'm trying to do the whole cow and then see how that does." And he's also doing one for returns. So he's doing 89 and returns. I don't know if you saw the returns one as well. So he's doing that. Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me what the price was because I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. But before we go any further, I want to say hello to my guy Mario El Professoro. El Professoro. All right. Don't mind me. I did not get enough sleep. Sorry, Mario, because I butchered that. I really did butcher that.
Or El Profi. Or Darth Profi.
Darth Profi. Okay, I'll go with that. I could say that tonight. Good to have you in the chat there, my friend. I forgot something. I was so excited to like get going with Calvin. Yo, Mario, you need to get on here at some point. You know, I was gonna send you a message and somehow I didn't, but yeah, man, when you coming on, man? You know, I'll send you a link.
I actually did an open invite to the boys. It was Calvin, him, Philly, Luis.
Oh, nice.
So I told them, but he was telling me that he's been really busy. So, but hopefully, Mario, we can make it work.
Yeah. Anytime, Mario. Anytime you want. You're welcome. You know, I was in such a hurry though. I forgot one important thing that I was really harping on before when we were in our chat.
Oh, huh. We totally forgot the music. I was like, why is there like awkward silence sometimes?
Exactly. I'm like, wow, it's very quiet in here today, isn't it? There we go. See, now we're grooving.
Now I got
we're grooving. Yeah. Mario, I can understand you being busy, but whenever like we could even do a special stream, you know, and accommodate you. A special thank you for collecting.
Ooh. A Mario edition.
A Mario edition, exactly. We got to get these guys in here, man. Yeah, there's a lot of competition apparently on a Friday now, all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
all of a sudden, everybody wants to stream today.
yeah, it's like what the.
But like I was
hell?
telling you, it's because it's hot right now. You know, there's good shit to talk about. You know, Catwoman and Batman and those other two things. Or we
This
forget
is
about
true.
those two other things. But there's good stuff to talk about. People are excited. People want to stream, and it's cool.
Now I have a question, and I didn't get to ask it of Calvin, but what do you think? Like now we have the Batman Returns
Mhm.
showing up here. They're showing this. Do you think he will, because he has a head sculpt? Like this is one thing I was kind of sad that they didn't do a head sculpt for the 89, which I can understand why they didn't. Now I know why they didn't, because this guy, they did a 2.0. Do you think he will cannibalize the 2.0 sales, especially because he doesn't have the texturing issues that people had a problem with on the 89 suit?
I mean, it's possible, right? What was I saying about my conundrum, right? Like that I'm kind of considering. I'm like, what if I just maybe let that one go? I'll just wait on this one, So it's possible. I mean, I'm sure they had a few cancellations already before this announcement because of the texturing and because of the mouth plates not being as, as strong as we wanted them to be with Michael Keaton's likeness. So, this I think will just reinforce those people that were waiting to decide that, I'll just wait for this one, and maybe they'll just end up canceling, taking the hit on the NRD, and it is what it is.
I'm just going to do a Bat Museum.
A lot of people have a preference for this suit, but it's also vice versa. Like a lot of people really love the other one, so it's like there's fans on both sides. So I think it just depends on preference, like maybe those who really like this one were settling for the 89 because they wanted Michael Keaton, and now that this one was announced, they're like, oh well, even better. I didn't really want that one anyway. So
now I have a confession to make. I definitely had preferred the 89 suit my entire like Batman love and life. And one reason why is because I had not watched Batman Returns like from beginning to end until like last year. Like I remember watching it, trying to watch it when it came out. I didn't go to the theaters or anything, but watching it like it was on HBO or something crazy like that, or maybe I rented it. But I remember I kept falling asleep, and so I was like, whatever, And so I just kind of went on with 89 is my guy. It's still like Batman Returns is Keaton, so I'm fine with that. But whatever. And I finally watched it from beginning to end recently, and I was like, okay, I'm down. Yeah, I'm good with this now. Because I enjoyed Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman and everything. I knew the characters, but I just had never watched the complete movie for some reason. So I had never preferred this particular Batsuit. But like I didn't like it seems more just like a suit of armor, I guess, to me than the original, like with the cutout on the abs and whatnot. But still the 89 is gonna be my favorite Batsuit. Like this one I like it because I do like the movie now. Okay. But 89 is still my number one. And let's see. Here we go. That's not what I wanted. Why did that pop back up there like that? Okay. Like Blurred Dad Left says, I was disappointed with the shift in production design look with Returns. Yeah, like it. I didn't prefer this suit. I'll say that. It was not my favorite. It still won't be my favorite bat suit, but it's still Keaton as Batman, and it was not the last time because now we have the Flash. So I think I would grab this, especially for the head sculpt. You
Yeah.
know, although I do have the Bruce Wayne figure now, the third party. I could use that.
Oh, you have the Mars toys, the one in the tuxedo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got him. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I have him standing up with my original '89 Batman. Because he doesn't do much.
Cool.
He just stands there, looking like
I mean, that's all he needs to do.
this is true.
I mean, that's all. He was hanging out at the party, right? Talking to Vicky Vale and all that.
Exactly. He's
It's like,
holding
you know
his
who
glass
Bruce
of
Wayne
champagne.
He's like, no, I don't know. I don't know who Bruce Wayne is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And so like this one, I agree with Calvin. Like the head sculpt for the cowl, definitely they did a better job fitting it. There he is with the Hot Toys Batmobile.
Mhm.
Yeah, that it looks good.
Yeah.
It's a good looking figure.
Oh yeah, man. That looks cool, man.
Yeah. And there's the detailed wingsuit. Why do they show boots? Of course,
I was
he
about to
has
say
boots.
that. The boots and
Why?
accessories.
Like really, the Hot Toys.
Hey, you know
Really?
what? Couldn't you now that they're actually talking about the boots, can you zoom in? Because they're supposed to be Air Jordan 6s. So
Oh, these? Because I know
Yep.
that he wore Nikes in the '89.
yeah, Nikes, it was I believe the Air Trainer 1s, I believe,
Yeah.
or Air Trainer 3s. I don't remember which ones. But this one he wore Jordans. It was like
Nice.
these, yeah, it was Air Jordan 6s, and they kind of just sprayed them, and then they put the top part on it and all that. So
It was because the stunt guys and Keaton were more comfortable with them, so that's why they used them. At least that's what I know that from the '89. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I saw an interview. What was a little clip on a reel, and it was Michael Keaton, and they were talking to him about like, oh, hey, you wore Jordans with your bat suit, right? He's like, yeah, I still have them. How much you want for them?
Can you imagine how much he could get for those?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it was cool. Yeah, he actually wore Jordans on with returns.
I did not know that. I did not. I knew about the sneakers. I knew about. See, that this goes back to how I don't have a lot of knowledge about returns, like I do with the '89, because that just wasn't. It wasn't my jam for quite some time. So, let's see. What do we have? What could we possibly have? Because this was like just Batman week.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it was pretty much devoted to Batman. We had that Abomination with Batman Beyond. We had Batgirl. We have Batman Returns. So, it really started going up on that upward slope. And then we also had this.
Yes.
Catwoman, Jazz Inc. Okay,
Mhm.
why don't I mess with the actual slideshow, not the one on the stream? Because that's what like professionals would do. Not like me. Let's see.
So this was I believe the first teaser that we got earlier in the week by Yoast and Jazz Inc. It was again an image that they shared with us prior to Shane's live stream that occurred, I believe, what was it, Thursday? Yesterday? Was it yesterday morning? Where he was showing a little bit more exclusive images of this one and a few of the clean one, which he officially released, I believe, this morning as well. So I shared those photos there with you, as well. I think I also included the photo of the head sculpts for the battle damage. So you'll see the options. So that's the second image we got prior to the stream.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
The paint job is phenomenal.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer
The sculpt, the painting, that could just be from the movie. Like they just clip something from the movie.
Yeah.
That's how good that looks. That's just fantastic. Kudos.
So this Yeah, I did share this image because it was Yoast who uploaded this image. I believe there's 4 expressions here. All of them are supposed to have rolling eyeballs. I'm not sure these prototypes have the rolling eyeballs yet, but I know that the final product will. I know there was a lot of questions about that. But with this, he was sharing that they have 4 different expressions and they want the vote for which 3 they should include. So it's only going to be 3 of them. So
Okay.
what do you like?
Let's see. Let me back out a little bit here. See them all next to each other. I would go with 1, 3, and I would say 4 is very much like 3, like a less exaggerated 3, you know. So I would say 1, 3, and 4. That's what I would pick.
1, 3, and 4. Okay.
How about you?
I think I'd pick 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it's I always like when I get Hot Toys and they have like the open mouth expression, I feel like it kind of limits how, like, what kind of pose you can do versus the closed mouth, you know, you can do a little bit more with that.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. With battle damage, I think you kind of like, for me, number 2 kind of looks like she's breathing and she's kind of like maybe like mid-sentence saying something, you know. And then the number 4, it's more like an image where she's kind of like upset at something he's saying, and she's like backing away or something. And 3 is that, you know, she's whipping and, you know, upset, you know.
That's definitely
So I
for an
think that's
action
why-
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'd go 2, 3, 4.
You know, I'm gonna, as one of the hosts, I'm gonna invoke my right to change my mind. Because for whatever reason, I think I'm gonna blame lack of sleep too. I was looking at this like number 1 was a clean, but I wasn't like, I'm thinking battle damage. This is for battle damage, number 1 doesn't make a lot of sense. Like 2 would be like maybe her after taking a hit, you know, she's kind of like out of breath or something like that. You know, she's being more emotive. So yeah, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I would go for that. Like 1, I would go with that for the clean version. I would say that makes that definitely makes more sense. So yeah, yep, I backtracked. But you know, it's okay. It's all right.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yep. So Mario, I agree. They do all look good. 2, 3, and 4. They would be my choice as well. Hey, my friend. Press X to continue. Hello. How are you? 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, I think that's a general thing. I think for number 1, that would be, you know, just like a good museum pose for the clean version. Like for battle damage, you know, she's been in a battle, so you'd want more emotion on her face, more movement to the face, and I think that's what 2, 3, and 4 show. So yeah, I agree. But I mean, they're all fantastic though. I mean, if he gave me 1 and the others, I'm still gonna go with that. Where is it? That's a good question. Yeah, Hot Toys. Where is it? Yeah, probably somewhere wherever they've got the 2022 the Batman Batmobile. He's probably in the same spot as that. But I think we were talking about it before. That more than likely Hot Toys is going to do what they've done before, like when Jazz Inc. Announced the 89 Batmobile. All of a sudden they had theirs. They reissued it, and which is good, but still, it seems like they're just trying to take that thunder. They did that with the Batman Batmobile, where Jazz Inc. showed off his, and then they showed a couple of teaser shots, and we haven't seen anything since. So yeah, I think what they're going to end up doing, Jose, is when this pre-order really goes live, bet you will see some like pics from Hot Toys of their Catwoman.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of do like a Vulture situation or a 22 Batmobile situation where like they only show like a silhouette, but the logo of Batman Returns are like coming soon, and then you're kind of just waiting like Shazam where it never happens, just to get people to like not buy it, and
I'm going to segue for just a second, just on that whole like trying to steal the thunder. It reminds me, what they do reminds me of what Sony did back in the day when the Sega Dreamcast was out, and Sega, was the first out the gate there, and everyone was, they wanted to have the Sega Dreamcast. Sony kept saying, "Oh no, just wait for the PlayStation 2. It's gonna blow you away," and because of them and their publicity and their hype about it, and EA actually keeping their sports titles off the Dreamcast failed, and that was a great system. And I think this is Hot Toys. This is part of their game plan. Jazz Inc., they do their thing, and then it's like, oh wait, we're gonna show you this, and never do it. And I think that's where they're going with it.
Do you have you ever seen the movie, the Jamie Kennedy comedy, Malibu's Most Wanted?
No.
It's gonna seem really random why I'm bringing it up, but you said Dreamcast. Yeah, it reminded me of this exchange. My brother, growing up, loved watching that movie, like on repeat. And I'm talking about like when he was young, like he was like maybe 6 or 7, and he was watching this movie. Which he shouldn't have been watching, but he loved watching that movie. And there's an exchange in that movie where one of the guys, the gangsters, is talking to Jamie Kennedy's character, who basically they're trying to scare it into him being white because he acts like he's not. So they're trying to scare him into being white. And he's like, he does this thing with he starts doing a shootout. And he thinks it's fake, but it's because they've been trying to set him up the whole movie, so he thinks it's fake, but it's real. And the guy comes up to him and he's like, "Bro, where'd you learn that?" And he's like, "Grand Theft Auto." And he's like, "Word?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Let me borrow it." He's like, "What system you got?" And he's like, "Oh, I got Gamecast." He's like, "Gamecast?" He's like, "Well, there's GameCube and there's Dreamcast. What you got?" He's like, "I told you I got Gamecast." He's like, "All right, man." I'm like,
just tape them together. Gamecast. Nice.
He's like, "I can't afford it." It was so funny, man.
So you want to read this comment?
Sure. Press X to continue. Okay, press X. Even in the description for the Hot Toys Batman Returns 2.0, they specifically mentioned that Batman is battling the Penguin and Catwoman. Either they're trolling or they're giving us hints. I did not see the description. I got shit in what was it, last week's episode for not reading the description. So sorry about that, fellas. I don't read the description. Sometimes I get hyped and I don't read the description.
There's a lot of things I don't read, so don't worry about it. I'm not going to give you shit for it. Oh, but look who it is!
Good to know, man. Oh, there he is. So he finally decided to show up.
I hope you're enjoying your assignment. And something I constantly forget. Hit that like button, please. If you're watching now, if you're watching later, hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. I may not say it, but that's because I'm very forgetful. So, but I do. We appreciate every single one of you. And so, please, Jose, do. I was looking at these pictures, right? And I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Like I'm clicking on the stream view instead of the actual slideshow. Now she looks great, right? Looks really great.
Mm-hmm.
There were some pictures. I don't know if it's because I was really tired or what, but I do like the way they blurred the background in this too. It looks very realistic. Yeah, again, it looks like just like a screenshot, from the movie. There are some photos, and I'm gonna see if you have them here, where it almost looks like her head is not the right size, and I know that's not the right thing because I've seen actual pictures of her, and it's like the same thing. Like I saw it on the Jazz Inc. The group. Someone posted an actual picture of Michelle Pfeiffer in the suit, and it looked the same way. It looked like her head was not attached to the body, and I don't know why. Yeah, it was just weird looking, to me. Yeah, and again, this could be a problem of a sleep deprivation. So but before I go any further, I did want to comment on this base. This is a nice looking base. It's not too much. Cool. Not too much, not too little. It gives some flavor. What do you think?
I like it. I think Marco would agree with me. The only thing that I don't necessarily love is when they make the plaque that huge. It reminds me of like statues, and statues do that a lot, and that's cool. But for figures, I tend to like make it, want to have that realism there. So it's like, and realistically, there wouldn't be a plaque there with your name on it if you're on some street, right? So I like them when they include them for people that like the name tags, the name plates on there. But I'd like them to be a little smaller, and then if possible, like removable, so where you can remove it if you don't want it, right? So like you can put it on if you want it there, but then take it off if you don't. Also because then maybe not particularly for this space, because this is very unique for her, for this particular character. But sometimes there's spaces that you may not want to use with that character, but you might want to use it with another character. And thus, if it has the name on it, it's kind of annoying because you're like, well, I can't really pose my Batman on this Spider-Man, diorama because it's got Spider-Man on it,
That's
all
that's
huge
very
and big
true.
letters.
That's very true. That's a fair point. That's definitely a fair point. And again, maybe it's just old eyes, but until you mentioned it, I didn't even notice the plaque.
Yeah.
Until you said something, I was like, for some reason, it didn't even register. I'm like, oh yeah, look at that big ass thing sitting in front of it. But maybe they'll minimize it, or maybe it'll be like magnetic, so it can just like kind of slide there and attach, and then you could pull it off if you want. But I agree.
I want to say hi to my buddy here, Yomo. Mr. Wins every contest available, every live stream giveaway. Yomo wins. It's like, I don't know how he does it. I don't know who he sold for that. Maybe his own.
Can he rub some of that on me so I can win something?
Well,
please.
Rub what exactly though?
I don't know. The Yomo magic.
Yomo's like, what kind of stream am I in?
Say Yomo juice, and that was not going to be good. So Yomo magic. Oh man. So my man here says Press X says she has a big beautiful head.
What I was gonna say is, in particular, in regards to the head, I do see that complaint. I'd have to look at the picture of Michelle Pfeiffer that you're referring to, of her in the actual suit. But I do know that this body, Yost was talking about how this body was something they kind of just put together for the prototype to the best of their abilities, like a custom Bison body. However, they have the exact measurements of Michelle Pfeiffer, and that body that's going to be for the final product that you receive in hand will be more akin and more like to her measurements, and thus be a little bit more, accurate in terms of the size wise. So I think the proportions will be a little bit better.
Yep. I know. I know, Mario. I know. Oh my goodness. I can't help it. It's just there. So, why not? But yeah, it's just certain. I'm going to see if I can find that picture because it almost seems like her head's floating.
I think it looks fine right there. I mean, I don't think it looks out of proportion with the body there.
It doesn't look bad. But I'm saying maybe it's me. Maybe it's my eyes. I know I'm due for an eye appointment. I love this picture. I was going to use this in the thumbnail, but I did not.
Hold on.
Wait, yeah. Thank you, Yomo.
The Yomo magic on my wife.
That's
but
fine.
I wish you some luck, Ty.
That's totally fair. Totally fair. Totally fair, Yomo. I appreciate that. Things are just getting out of hand.
Thanks for the comedy bit there, Yomo. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Always. The participation is welcome. Thank you so much. All right.
So, what do you think about the? You passed it right now, but the licking herself skull.
Love it.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna use this in the thumbnail.
Really?
That I was because I had the first thumbnail I was gonna have her, Batman Returns and Batgirl, but then I was like, nah, that looks a little bit too busy, so I just went with the Batman Returns. Uh-oh, I think I started something.
Uh-oh. Did you bottle the Yomo magic?
Make some money there, Yomo. There, huh? Hey, you never know. You never know.
A little bit of that Yomo magic.
Yeah, while you talk here, Jose, I'm going to see if I can find that picture.
Yeah, try to find that picture. But you know what? When I initially saw this image, well, at least the tease of the licking herself sculpt, I wasn't completely sold on it, to be honest. Like, I was like, I feel like I was kind of like, I don't know if it's going to actually work, because with expressions like that, like, it's so key, like, scene specific that it's kind of like, it's like, but I don't know, like, I think it looks pretty good, man. Like, and you're gonna get 3 head sculpts. Well, if you get the DX, if you get the single one, I think you're just getting like a neutral expression. So, but I think most people are going for DX because you want to get the 3 head sculpts. So, if whether they pick the clean or the battle damage, I think that they're gonna go most likely for a DX. So you'll get 3 head sculpts. So you'll have 3 different expressions. You'll be able to. He says it's movable eyes, so you'll have the removable eyes on them, so you'll be able to change up the expressions even more. So, why not?
Let's sell it through Jazz Inc. The Yomo magic. We've started.
Magic. I'll talk to Yost about it.
We've started something here. I'll just take a small cut of that, Yomo. Just a small percentage.
I mean, it came up on this stream. I think we're entitled.
We deserve
to
we deserve a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a greedy man. Let's see. I think did I find it? Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
See, it almost looks like her head is photoshopped on her body.
Is this the? Are you sure it's not a photoshopped image?
See it, and see this was in the Jazz Inc. Facebook, so I'm thinking it could be photoshopped. But this is what
I've seen this image before, and I've never thought it looked that way until now. That
neither did I. Neither did I. So it's just this is what I saw, and it made me think of, because I was already thinking about that with the figure, and I was like, am I just losing it?
It's definitely photoshopped. I'm looking at the image.
Because it looks
right
like
now,
it was. It just doesn't look right, right?
It's photoshopped, because I'm looking at the image right now on Google, and her eyes are looking in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Slightly. I mean, her head is tilted a little bit to the side.
Okay, so someone's been playing some little funny business.
Yeah, this is photoshopped.
Okay. That works for me.
But yeah, because I was like, I don't remember ever seeing the photo like this. Now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, yeah, that's not.
Here we go.
You found it?
Yeah, I think
It's like
so.
the first photo when you search Catwoman Batman Returns.
Yeah. I didn't even do that much searching. No, you're better than I am. Let's see if
Hold on. While you find that, I'm going to read this comment from Press X. If I don't see people wearing Yomo Magic t-shirts after all this is said and done, missed opportunity.
He's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. Let me see. Did I get it? Yeah, nope, that's not it. That's the right one.
That's the right one, yes.
That's the right one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it should look like.
You see the tilt on the head is slightly different to that one that you were looking at?
Yeah. But, you know, I'm hearing she has a big head.
Maybe.
But, you know, I'm fine with that. You know, because
also
she's
take
still,
into account that she's wearing that helmet / mask.
that always gonna make your head bigger.
Yeah, so and then she's got. I mean, we have to go with the. I mean, I don't. She didn't shave her head, right? So she's got all that hair.
Hair in there,
yeah. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, it still does not take away. She's a beautiful woman, and you know, like she definitely, you know, doesn't make you. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm not gonna say anymore. Oh man. So I think that's kind of nature's way of saying that we should probably wrap this up a little bit.
All right. I got a question for you though. I don't think none of us addressed the whether you're getting it or not. So
yeah, because I was over here being ridiculous. Yeah, so let's not wrap this up. Let's actually have a discussion like what we're supposed to be doing. Sorry everyone. Yes,
you're getting it. Okay, so is this are you going standard, clean, battle damage, DX, 2-pack? What are you thinking? Where's your mind at?
So I don't know all the details, but I would want both.
Ooh,
you know, I would want clean and battle damage. Like I'm looking at this battle damage here, and it's saying something to me, man. I'm telling you, it's like I kind of like this better than the clean one.
Yes.
You know, so if I was forced to choose one or the other, it would be this one. You know, it's just more expressive. You know what I mean? But I mean, I would like to get both. It all depends on what ye old wallet says.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a little scared about that. I've been talking to a few of my friends, you know, because I have too many of them. No, I don't have too many friends actually. I'm talking to the select few that I talk to, and I was talking to them about how Yoast hasn't really told us what the price is for the DX. He's like been very adamant. The base figure is $300 because that's what I said it was going to be, $300. So this, you know, but they ask him like, hey, but what about the DX and the 2-pack? Like, what are you looking at? And he's been kind of like dodging the question. I don't think he's doing it on purpose. He just doesn't know yet.
Right.
And I think it's because he's still trying to calculate how everything's going to be and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm not blaming him. I just, you know, he hasn't given that number. So, you know, we start thinking like, hey, like we had to estimate, like, you know, crazy guess, like how much it's going to be. Like, I'm thinking the 2-pack's going to be anywhere from $800 to $1,000.
Yeah,
you know?
See, that's, you know, as great as I think the figures are going to be. You know, I might have to drop out on that and just pick one. You know, because I did that for the Joker. You know, and the financial situations have changed. I got to be disciplined, and you know,
we got a solution. I got a solution for you.
There you go. All right. Good. So let's get the 2-pack. Yomo, you know what to do.
Yo, let's bottle it up and
Let's
Put it up
make
to
this
sell.
happen. Let's make this happen. I was looking at this comment here.
Mhm.
Do you know what a perspex panel is?
I think he meant like plexiglass, maybe.
Oh,
So basically, I know what he's talking about. Well, I'm assuming it's a Keaton Car 89. Sorry for doing that, but Keaton Car 89 is talking about that scene where she kind of like she's blowing shit up in Max Shrek's building, and then she goes to the window and you see the Max Shrek logo, and then you kind of like she puts her hands on it. It's like a very famous scene.
oh, okay.
So I also thought about this too. Like it would have been cool if they would have done like some sort of glass. Plexiglass. Yeah,
Plexiglass,
some
yeah.
plexiglass
Okay.
material, and then just put the logo of Max Shrek, and then thus that creates so many photo opportunities. I'm sure someone else will do it, but that would have been a great opportunity to offer that, for this Catwoman. I totally get the whole like her Hell Here apartment a diorama base, but I don't know. That would have been a better opportunity, I think so. But
I'm gonna have to watch this movie again.
put it on, man.
My memory is terrible, and I did buy it, so it's in my library. Pretty much all the Batman movies are there except for
Mine too.
except for Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I don't have Batman and Robin.
I've never.
Actually, you know what? That's a lie, because I once purchased a all-in all 4 movies DVD set that had
That's it.
89 Returns, Forever, and Batman and Robin.
It was
so
a
I did
Sam's
have the
Club
DVD
special.
sets. Yeah.
It was a Sam's Club special that I had that had all 4 movies, and that's the only reason why I had that movie in there. And my son always taunts me. He's like, let's play that one. Let's play that one, because he knows he doesn't like it, and he knows how I feel about it. And I was like, no. Like now, I think I threw that whole thing away because I just had digital copies of them anyway. But yeah. So
Yeah, I kind of want the battle damage, but I'm really liking the dial base. That's what's going to be hard, right, to decide, because the dial base originally, when it was pitched, the base was going to be included on both DX options, and you would get 2 of them with the 2-pack, which I never thought made any sense, because it's like, why do you want 2 Hell Here dioramas for the 2-pack? It makes no sense, especially with the battle damage one, because it was going to be too much. So he actually cut that, and then in the most recent streams, on Miguel's stream, and he reiterated on Shane's stream that it's going to be exclusive to the 2-pack. So if you want that diorama base, it will only come with the 2-pack.
Okay. I don't really want the base, to be honest. I don't need it. I could
Let me say
my own.
hello to my friend Brick Artemis. This is exciting. It is. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, hello.
He says
hello.
it's his favorite Batman movie. Yeah, it's up there, man. It's definitely up there. Very nostalgic for me. I was showing Ty. The 3rd time I show it. My old copy of Batman Returns right here.
Wait, there you go.
My old copy. Check that out. All worn out.
That just means it's good.
Yeah,
You're
been
happy
watched
with it
several times. Yes.
Yeah. So, man, I'm honestly, I think if I gotta choose, like if the pricing is up there near that $1,000 mark, then I'm looking at battle damaged all the way. I think.
Yeah.
Because when I saw this picture, when you posted it, I was like, yeah, that says Catwoman to me. Like it just speaks to me for whatever reason. Maybe because her hair is out. She's just kind of like a little messy. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I think because of the hair, like you see a lot more of Michelle Pfeiffer in there.
Yeah.
Like it's like popping out, of the suit, of the everything, you know what I mean? All the craziness, and you just think about that scene in the sewers, with Penguin and Max Shrek and all the craziness that happens down there with the penguins and all
It
that.
just adds to that reality. Like, she's not perfect. She's not pristine. Not pristine.
Mhm.
And it's like, it just really humanizes it. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to, like Yomo says, it's nice that Batman Returns is actually getting some love, because for the longest, we only had that Batman Returns, the Hot Toys, the 2-pack with the tuxedo. But other than that, nothing. Like no Alfred, no Selena Kyle, no Penguin, no Max Shrek. You know what I mean? Like
Why didn't they do
nothing.
the Penguin?
I don't know. Like for the longest
yeah.
time, people speculated that it was an issue with licensing and that Danny DeVito didn't want his likeness to be used, so on and so forth.
Whatever.
But I think that's strange, because Danny DeVito is talking about Penguin all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
why
like
would
he must have,
like,
yeah, he considers himself like it's funny, they ask him in interviews like, "Oh, who's the best Penguin?" He's like, "Obviously me." You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
But
they ask him, well, who's a better Penguin, you or Colin?
No, that's not a Danny DeVito
Colin?
one. My bad.
It is like, he's like, who's a better Penguin, you or Colin Farrell? And he's like, oh, obviously me. So
he's definitely more comic book like than what's his face.
Well, there are two different interpretations, because the one that Colin does is like a take on the kind of the gangster, tuxedo version, mobster, versus Penguin. I always saw him as Danny DeVito's version. Always was more of a supernatural, kind of monster from in the sewer type that wasn't necessarily completely comic book accurate, but fit the Tim Burton world, if that makes sense.
Right.
Which is the same thing with this Catwoman. Like this Catwoman, I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, this is the most perfect comic book adaptation of Catwoman. I don't think I'd go as far as saying that. I'd say it's the best performance, but I would never say that it's the most comic book accurate. So
yeah,
it just depends.
She wouldn't fit in with like the Matt Reeves Batman.
No, obviously not. Well, the whole supernatural element, right? The fact that she comes back to life, all those,
yeah,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
supernatural.
They
Matt Reeves hates anything supernatural. He's like Nolan. He wants nothing to do with the supernatural elements of Batman. So like he wants it as grounded as possible, to the point that, and I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, but to the point that Oswald Cobblepot is no longer called Oswald Cobblepot in the Matt Reeves universe. He said in an interview for the new show, he said, and I quote, that he wanted to ground the character more, and thus he is now called Oz Cobb, because apparently Cobblepot is not a real last name. It's to Kitty from the comic books.
Now, whatever. Yeah, dude, relax. Yes, you made a good Batman movie. Relax, just take your head out of your ass. And then there's
people that think that he's gonna do supernatural characters like Clayface. No, he's not.
Just get on out your ass. Let us have. You have your universe. That's fine. But yeah, Cobblepot is a last name. He's from the comic, and
I mean, what was wrong with Oswald? Like
nothing at all. That's a name. Not many people. I don't know anyone named that.
More in reality.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, of course you do, because all this is happening somewhere. Like,
and what's funny is that there's like official descriptions, like the making of Batman, and even the Funko Pops from the movie, from the Batman, and it says Oswald Cobblepot.
Whatever,
so it said that in the official making of art book of the Batman, and also on the Funko Pops. So if you own the Funko Pops, now you have a limited edition collector's item, because moving forward, his name is Oz Cobb. Sounds like a Cobb salad, but okay.
All right. So before I rant anymore against Mr. Reeves, there's some comments I want us to hit on here.
Let's hit them on.
Yeah, this is looking good. So, well, first of all, we got, but if you get the Hot Toys, Batman Returns 2.0, and use that dial base for Catwoman.
Yeah.
So
why not?
That could work, right?
That's a good idea. Like if you have the Batmobile, you might want to put your Batman right next to the Batmobile, and that base might not really make sense. I mean, you can still put it on there, but it's like, well, you put the Batmobile. It's like, is the Batmobile on the ceiling, or how is that making sense? You know, but
yes.
I don't know. I think about that logic sometimes, you know, because some people will put their bases in there with the Batmobile, but I'm like, that doesn't really make sense because it's like, is the Batmobile flying or what's going on here?
Well,
but anyway,
maybe if you're Matt Reeves, it doesn't make any sense, but for the rest of us.
Waiting on the Keaton Car 89 says just waiting on the third party Vicky Vale for a passenger for the Jazz Inc 89. Oh, congrats on the Jazz Inc 89, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
congrats,
man, I'm excited for you. The Vicky Vale was teased by Mars Toys like a year ago or so. It was a 3D render, but they're backed up. I know Mars Toys recently put an update on the Willy Wonka brick. If you're still in here, I was going to send this to you. I don't know if you saw it, but the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, they put an update on it that they're finally working on it, and they put a little update that they updated the likeness, and they're also working on like the long delayed. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. They were going to do a Gus Fring, the one with the burnt face.
Right.
And so they were doing that version, and it's been delayed for years. So they put an update this morning. That they're still working on it and like, hey, have patience with us. We had to redo everything. We want perfection and so on and so forth, which I can appreciate. I'm like, for a third party to be like that explicit and let us know that they're really striving for an excellent product, I can appreciate that. And the Gene Wilder likeness, it was a render, but it looked really good. It looked better than the prototype. So I'm happy. And I know my friend Brick, he's excited about that too. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. I know Jazz Inc. also spoke about doing a Vicky Vale. I know Philly. Shout out to Philly, who I believe he's on another stream right now. But shout out to Philly. He is working on a custom that he's making himself, and it looks pretty good. And he's gonna put it in his Batmobile. So, yeah, Vicky Vale would be cool to have as a passenger in your vehicle. That'd be really cool.
Selena Kyle. What about her?
Selena Kyle. Well, Jazz Inc. also said that if this is successful, they were going to do a regular civilian version look of Selena Kyle. So, you know, we'll see. It would have been cool if she appeared as Bruce's wife in The Flash. Yeah.
That would have been something.
That would have been interesting. Yeah.
That would have been something.
But I don't know. I've never been the type to think that Bruce would settle down and like get married. I know that happened nearly in the. I mean, didn't it almost happen in the comics recently where he almost married Catwoman, but then something happened. Like every comic book happens. But I don't know. I've never been the type to be like, yeah, like he got married. But I mean, who knows?
I
love her shoe. I think Philly did this too, where like there's people that like, you know how it comes with the shoe, the 89 figure, and like they put that like really goofy looking expression on, and then they put the shoe like he's sniffing it. Like these guys are wilding, you know what I mean?
What
like they're getting wild in here.
Up with Hot Toys and the face plates.
I don't know. They must love that goofy expression. They're like, ooh, that's cool.
You know, it's like I thought they were going to just save most of their nonsense for what they did to the Batman Begins figure, but apparently now it's spreading. AK with his 89 Batman. Speaking of which, I got my invoice finally for my 89 Batman. I was going to mention this earlier, so I have to pay that, and because I really need to organize pre-orders better because I get on this mad rush of like, wait, did I do this? Because I ended up ordering 2 things from 2 different places because I forgot.
Oh gosh, so the same thing in 2 different shops.
Yeah, so that's how I ended up with 2 K2 Enforcer droids. but it's okay because having two of them is it's fine. I like them. But yeah, like I almost ended up ordering a couple of Mandalorians that way, and I have to be better at the problem is like I'll make a list, I'll make a spreadsheet or something, and then I'll look at it, forget that I made it, and never look at it again. Just see something and it's like, gotta get it.
Yeah, that's Press X is telling you. He's like, spreadsheets, man, spreadsheets. I actually don't do a spreadsheet. What I do is I have like I just go to like PhotoGrid or something, like an app to kind of put all the photos together. And so like I have like a photo of each figure I have on pre-order, and then I have like estimated release date, and then I try to write like where I ordered it from. And so like every time I want to see what I have on a pre-order, I just go to the PhotoGrid that I have, and then I'll be updating it. Like if a figure shows up and I got it, then I'll take it off the grid and I'll put something else, or so on and so forth. But that's usually what
I have this app that's made for like people with ADHD, because it's not like very structured. Like it lets you kind of do it the way your mind works. And the only problem is I will forget to check it. Cause like I have a whole section of figures that I pre-ordered, and I completely forgot about it. But my thing now is there's way too many things coming out. I'm not going to be able to get them all. I may want them all. I'm not going to be able to, because you have room. Lack of. So that's an issue. They cost too much. That's another issue. So, I want to be more disciplined about what I'm collecting and just go with really what I love to collect, and definitely Batman and the Batman universe is one of my big ones. Star Wars, obviously, some Marvel, but not a lot. Yeah, if I could only remember to check, and then I even set a reminder like to check, and then I would see the reminder on my phone
and say I'll check it later.
Yeah, just ignore it. Like, all right, yeah, I'll check that in a minute. And then oh look, there's something shiny over here, and then that's it. I'm done. So it's one hell of a life I live. Like, for me, I don't know how it is for you, Jose, but one way to describe it is picture having like 1,000 Chrome tabs open at once.
Oh gosh.
Like all that stuff, all that information is hitting all the time. It's like one idea, one thought. Something may catch me for a bit, and then I'll go all the way off. Like, I don't know. I thought everybody's mind worked like that, and it come to find out it doesn't. And that, like, even getting the stream ready today, like I was doing stuff and I was like working on a photo, and I got totally sidetracked with something else. Like, wait, I'm supposed to be doing the photos for the folders and stuff like that. Yeah, so
it happens, man. It happens.
I'm gonna try and stick to it though. Like Marcos tried to, tell me, many a time, and that's why I was searching to see. Oh, that brings me to the story. That's where I started. See what happens. Yeah. The Batman 89. I got the invoice from Comic Concepts because I was searching and trying to figure out where I ordered him from. Because at first I got scared thinking that I did not order him, because I thought I got him from Sideshow and I did not. And then I was okay once I found out Comic Concepts, and then I got an email saying, yeah, hey, guess what? He's ready. I was like, oh, great.
I think I ordered mine with them too, actually, but I haven't gotten an invoice, or maybe I did and I haven't checked. Did you get it today?
I got the invoice today. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll have to double check that. But yeah, like I said, I'm still undecided if I'm going to keep that one or not. I mean, we'll see. But I'm excited about Returns and all the Returns love. And so again, to answer the question,
Yes.
today, okay, let's go on hypotheticals because we don't know the price for the battle damage. We don't know the price
Yes.
for the all-in for the 2-pack, right?
Right.
So let's go on the assumption. Let's be, let's say it's like about 500 or so shipped to get
Right.
the DX, and let's say about 850, 900. We're being generous there, but let's say 900 shipped to get the 2-pack. It's up for pre-order. You're looking at the screen right now. What are you picking?
I would pick both if it's a decent amount of time to pay it off.
Okay.
Like if
Okay.
if it's one of those where you pre-order it and then you got to pay this off in like 3 months, probably not. I'm probably gonna go with just the battle damage because I keep looking at this photo that I have up here. I need to change it because she's looking pretty hot here, and it's distracting me. Like
Change the photo.
She looks
We got
really
my man
hot
Rick
here.
here. He's over here talking about he wants the whole set now. The other day I was talking to him and he was telling me, "Oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I'm 80% sure, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna get it." Now he's talking about how I'm gonna get the whole set. What's going on, man?
Enablers. Yeah, see this one. I'm okay with this. Yeah, that other one, she was looking pretty hot. Yeah. So yeah, like if there's an adequate amount of time to pay it off, then yeah, I would go for both. But if it's something where you order it, you got to pay it off by such and such date, then no, thank you. I'm gonna have to pass on.
Okay, Brick's over here talking about. Not saying I am for sure, but Dane looks so good.
He's gonna.
Okay,
he's
man.
gonna.
You're gonna get it, man.
Let's see. There's like 3 statements about it here. 3 comments. Yeah, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He mentioned it 3 times. He's gonna get it. So, but see, he likes number 1 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think 1's bad. I personally I thought 2, 3, and 4 in terms of like scenes, like the way you can pose her and the scenes. I thought those worked the best because they're kind of like the closed mouth. She seems kind of serious, where in that scene she was kind of a little bit more like, that looks more like she's kind of like thinking, versus the other ones like, she's breathing after hearing something he said, really angry, and then really disgusted, so it's kind of.
This one, number 1 looks like I was saying, that's what fooled me, is I was thinking along the lines of like the clean version, like that would be a good museum expression, like a neutral expression for like the clean one. But for battle damage, if things have happened to you where your hair is coming out of your cowl, you're
breathing
probably
hard.
Yeah,
You're
not going to be that calm. Like I look a mess right now, but I'm very calm about everything. 2, 3, and 4, yeah, it's more emotive, and so I get that.
But I mean, I wouldn't hate if we got 1.
Nope, not at all.
No, I wouldn't hate it. Like,
it looks hot.
Yeah, so.
So it looks hot.
Well, she's an attractive woman, man.
She definitely is. Big
You've
head.
seen her in
all.
Scarface too, right? You've seen Scarface.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, she's quite a woman there. Like even I don't know. Like I'm looking at these, and then when I look at like the regular one, I don't know, man. Do I need the clean one?
I don't know.
That's
why, like, for me, I think I'd be happy with just ordering the Battle Damage Deluxe and just that's it, Like,
I think I even like the lips on the Battle Damage one better. Like this one, she's very pristine here. But yeah,
it's nice though. I like it, but I think I like the sense of realism in the other one.
Yeah,
it's just like, this one's a little too clean. I'm like, the other one, I feel like it's like I look at it and I'm like, that's Michelle Pfeiffer in that scene.
this
It's like I
looks
could
more
already
like
think about like how you would pose her with the whip, and then
Yeah.
like the way that she was kind of like fighting Batman and Max Shrek and all that. So it's like,
Yeah, this is more like museum. Like,
Yeah.
like you would see this in like a figure museum type deal. This is statuesque.
Yes.
This is like like I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Prime 1 like this. Like this, it's beautiful, but it's not necessarily like, it doesn't put you in that time and space like the roughed up one looks like. I don't know.
I agree.
I'm babbling. Yeah, see that damn photo.
The photoshopped photo.
I was like, why is her head so big? It's like a parade float. Giant. I was like, her head cannot be that big. It just cannot be. But I had to put it in the folder just in case. Oh. Wait, I answered the question, and so are you leaning more towards battle damage or
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
not both?
Yeah.
Not both.
No, probably not. Especially if we go with the the guesstimate that I did there. Like if it's like 800, 900, even 1,000. I mean, I think it could be anywhere in that price range. I don't know. I don't think I could swing it. I mean, I did the same thing for the Joker that you mentioned. Like at the time, I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $1,000 plus shipping for both the rooted Jokers. Until this day, though, I kind of regret that because I think the rooted is better. I like the sculpted, but I was like, I'd rather get the sculpted and get a really good Heath Ledger Joker for 300 and change, versus paying 1,000 plus shipping for the two Jokers and the bases that I'm most likely not even going to use anyway. So that was my logic then, but it just really upset me because I was like, they did the whole paywall thing that I couldn't get the single Joker with the rooted hair, which I would have bought. And at the time there was a lot of like, people were apprehensive about, the whole rooting hair and so on and so forth. And, I've been collecting for years, so I've seen the Barbie doll hair on figures before. So it's, I'm like, for me, I was like, oh, like what about if I get a figure and it's like one of those, like we've seen a few people that received their Jokers and their hair was all frizzy and kind of all over the place, so you had to like fix the hair, use product and do the whole at home care for your figure, which every time I do that, sometimes I always like, I'm like, man, hopefully nobody's watching me kind of comb the hair of this figure, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, think of my problem. Look here. What do I know about styling hair? What do I know? I'll like just cut it off. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But Brick, I agree. She's a hottie.
Yes. He's asking us where we are going to purchase her. Well, for anybody who's still here, you won't be able to purchase her if you're in North America and Canada. Apparently Mexico, it's cool, but not here. So I don't know. Maybe I'll reach out to my cousins in Mexico and be like, hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Me puedes ordenar la Catwoman de Jazzing, por favor? Which means it translates to, hey, can you order the Catwoman for me in Mexico? And they'll just have it shipped to Mexico, and then I could pay less.
Oh, hold on. Hold it. Hold on. What do you mean we can't order it in North America? It has to be from Jazz Inc.?
Well, you can't order it directly from Jazz Inc.
What?
You would have to order it with a reseller. So like someone like a 1/6 kit or a Spec Fiction.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's because most likely Sideshow, they're not naming the company, but they say a company blocked them from doing U.S. distribution. Or U.S. and Canada, apparently. So, but Mexico's fine. So.
All right.
Yeah, so if I had to choose, I mean, Spec Fiction takes forever. I'm still waiting on my InArt Batman from them, even though they invoiced me about a week ago, And then they said, do you want snail mail or do you want express? And I said, well, how much is express? And they're like, we think it might be $20. And I was like,
You
okay,
think?
for $20 I'll do. That's what they said. They're like, oh, our estimate, it's going to be about $20 extra on top of the invoice. And I said, okay, sure, let's do express. And they said, okay, when we know the actual amounts, we'll invoice you the new quote. And I said,
No, no.
okay.
No, you told me about 20. That's what I'm gonna pay you.
It was, yeah, I mean, it was, they said it was an estimate. I mean, whatever. But anyways, so I said, okay, cool. I mean, I figured it's going to be around ballpark around then. But the point is, then I said, okay. And it's been about 2 weeks and I haven't got a new quote. And so I was like, I sent them an email and they politely responded. And politely, I mean, like more like, hey, like, stop emailing us. But they were like, we still haven't gotten the new quote, so sit back. We'll email you when it's ready. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, I had that issue with Kit and the cape.
Oh, really?
'cause I was like,
oh yeah, with the cape that you're telling us. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, so do you have any idea? And he responded back like, well, if I did, I would have told you. I'm like, what? Excuse me?
Kit is known for responding that way, though.
And
he has
Marco-
a reputation.
Marco told me that, but like, I'm like, dude, like, who the hell are you talking to? Like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, okay. And he said that Kid even like laughs about jokes about being the rudest like reseller. Like, that's nothing. That's not funny. I've been a loyal customer, and I asked a simple question. It's like, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm being too
I
sensitive,
think-
but I'm
Yeah.
paying you money. I'm paying you money. I'm not paying you money to like, kiss your ass. Like, don't give me your ass to kiss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I got
especially
a
after this.
I got a response like that from him once too, but it wasn't as aggressive. It was more like, oh, like, just I'll let you know when it's ready. Like, you don't need to be emailing or something like that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I know Marco has had a few instances too where he kind of asked for updates and he's like, yo, like, don't. And I get it from his perspective. I get, he probably receives thousands of emails a day and then like kind of repetitive, but I mean, it doesn't cost anything to be nice, like
Exactly.
or copy and paste your response. Like, put it in your notes. And then everybody that emails you about the InArt whatevers, just send them the same email response. You know what I mean? Copy and paste.
I worked for previously a big company, that sells retail products. And I guess maybe because the training that you get, they just drum it into you, like they just beat it into you how to behave, like how to talk to people and treat them like people. Even because you're gonna get the same questions over and over and over again, but you still don't disrespect them. It's still a way to tell them that even though you've gotten that question maybe 50 times already that day, they didn't ask you 50 times. And I paid my money. I don't think it's too much for me to ask, like, do you have any idea? And if I did, then I would tell you. I got something I'd like to tell you too. If we're gonna start talking like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and it just upset me because I've been doing business with Kit for quite some time, and never had an issue before. And like, to get that response, I was just like, you know what? I'm about to, tell you what you can do.
I mean, so Marco, that's entirely up to you, but
Marco he talked me down. He talked me down. I still don't appreciate it though.
No, but
I still don't appreciate it.
It's just his way, and then also we have to consider language barriers and different ways that the people carry themselves, and I mean,
I was taught that too. I was taught that too. That you the way people communicate, so you have some patience. So I did not act on my initial feelings.
Okay.
I stepped back and I just said, okay. I talked to Marco. He was like, yeah, it's just kind of like that. And Maybe it's just the language. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's just that I wasn't in the mood for that kind of response.
Yeah, and that's
You know,
another
I
thing
was-
tue. Take into consideration, maybe you're not in the best mood when you read that. That happens a lot with communication, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the way that you communicate with people via DM messages, text messages, whatever's, right? Sometimes you'll say, "What's up, man?" And then like some dude will be like, and you put an exclamation point, and then it's like, "Why is this dude yelling at me?" Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's just like,
Yeah.
you just get you catch him on a, you know, you catch him in a bad day or whatever, is a bad situation. He reads your message and he's just saying "What's up" to you with an exclamation point, but you're like, you're over here like, oh, like I'm, you know, why are you talking to me that way? Like he already comes
Yeah.
off, you know, in that way where tone is so hard to interpret, you know.
It really is. And like, it's good that I was not younger Ty, because younger Ty, that
Younger
was,
Ty
you
would
know,
have said something.
oh, younger Ty with the temper, you know, before he start like, I'll just say I work for Apple, and they
Oh,
train you
okay.
on customer service. So
Oh, yeah.
before I worked for them, you know, I was a lot more hot headed, you know, and so I would have, yeah, I given him, it told him exactly what I thought about him and the cape and any other orders I may have made, you know. So but yeah, it's like you don't know what they're going through, they don't know what you're going through, because like basically with me, for example, my problem started the minute I saw that report, the tracking report that said that they were returning it to sender. That's when my issue started, you know. And so just like with a phone, like the person with a broken phone, their issue starts as soon as that phone doesn't work. And then they get to you like 2 days later, you know, they're hot, you know, they're ready to go. So you got to know that that's what you're dealing with, you know, from just the customer standpoint. So it's just, I don't know, man. Like younger Ty would let him have that, but
I
it's
totally
all right.
get that. And I think I learned a lot of it at one of my old jobs too. I worked at a bank, taught a lot about empathy and hearing people's stories, because we deal with money, right? We deal with people's finances. So you have to hear the sob stories. You got to hear like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, right? So, you know, I think we have to consider all things, you know, when we read those messages. Sometimes we got to consider like what's their headspace and what's going on with them. So,
See,
which
I'm
is
with
very
Gigi.
on point and very on, you know, in the theme of this show, right?
Yeah, so I'm just expressing how I felt. You know, it's a safe place. You know, but I agree with Gigi. Like
Gigi's
I think
here.
Gigi, you know, we see. I knew I liked Gigi for a long time now. See, it is disrespectful. You know, that might be his way, and he may have been having a bad day, but it's still disrespectful. You know, that sentence that he said, you know, it's hard to read tone, but that sentence just came off as like, you know, like if you wrote that, if I wrote that to you, how would you take that? Like
But what,
I
what
see
Kit
it.
told you?
Yeah, I'd say if we were boys, like me and you, now if I'm joking with you and I say something like that, you know I'm not like coming at you with an attitude, you know, or Marco. But like you don't know me, I'm just a customer. How you gonna tell me that? No, if I did know, I'd have told you. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Gigi and Marco are here. Hello. He's like, we still on and we're spilling tea. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're here. We're talking about it because Brick brought up a good question, asking us where we were gonna buy her, and so we talked about kind of the pros and cons of both the known options right now, which is going to be either Spec Fiction or 1/6 Kit. And so I shared my experience with Spec Fiction, currently holding hostage my InArt Batman, and Ty here was sharing his experience with Kit, with his recent little situation there with his cape.
I was fired up. Marco, remember that? I was fired up that day. I was like, yo, who he talking to?
But going back to G's comment though, like taking Marco's comments as disrespect. I mean, who knows? I mean, Marco, his tone, we can't interpret his tone, right? We don't know how he's talking to you, so you know.
You see, I changed the photos to, you know, bring me back to my happy place.
Oh yeah, because you got the photo of Michelle Pfeiffer looking, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Looking
I
good
went back
here,
to my
so.
happy place. I had to calm down a little bit.
He wanted the smoke.
I did.
That's the problem too. That Kit, like, when he gets upset, then he'll like post your image and like your emails on his group, and then like say all these things about you, and it's just like,
See, I ain't
not
having
worth
that.
it, you know.
I ain't having all that. No, that would have just it'd have just been like, yo, just cancel my orders, please. I'm done with you.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, if he did that to me, I think I would be very upset too. But as I'm saying, like,
I would have said,
get a-
yo,
I'll
don't
get a
disrespect
clapback.
me, yo.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get a
don't.
clap back like that and be like, nah, man. I'll just be like, you know what? It's like I just won't answer. You know, I just
Yeah.
I'm very non-confrontational. I don't like to, get into it, especially if I don't know you that well. So, I would have just ignored it, and just been like, okay, dude, like, all right.
See,
and, yeah.
see, younger Ty was just itching to come back out. Because you can't disrespect me like that, bro. I'm sorry. Like, no. No. Like, I'm laughing about it now, but like, I was hot. I was about to tell him, you know what? Forget the orders. I don't even care. I don't care about NRDs. Fuck you and everything. I don't need it.
Nah, man.
I
Not
don't need
worth
it.
Not
I
worth
stopped
it.
though because I did order the InArt Superman and I can't get it anywhere else. So I decided to calm down a little bit.
Oh, so InArt Superman stopped you from doing it.
Not really, because I
Nah,
don't care.
He's like, I really want that InArt Superman, man.
I do, but hey, it ain't all that. It ain't all that important. I do have Black Suit Superman, and he'll do. He'll do. But yeah.
So to answer the question, then, because you've had your issue with Kit now, and
Mhm.
I shared what happened with Spec. I'm not saying the Spec hasn't delivered. It's just they're taking forever. The invoice that I got from them, I told them, okay, let's do express because they told me it was $20, or most likely anywhere around the ballpark of $20. So I said, let's do it. And then it's been like 2 weeks. I email them. They tell me, hey, we'll email you when it's ready. I'm like, okay, then. So we know that situation. So
you see what you almost said? Sorry to interrupt. You see what he said?
I got InArt Superman from Pop.
Oh. Hey, maybe have some options. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. So just reiterating the story. So you know my story. We know your story. Now I know Kid, regardless of how he emails you back, he's a reliable dude. Most likely will offer a great price. So if you have to order with, well, we're gonna have to, right? Because we can't order it anywhere else. We can't order directly with Jazz Inc.
Right.
Which place would you go with?
I've had dealings with Kit obviously for years now, and up until now they've always been great. Spec Fiction, I was gonna order from them once and never, like, I was gonna order the InArt Batman from them and I just didn't, like the Joker actually and the Batman. Anyway, I probably would not do Spec Fiction. I've heard some, like, just the way, even your story, I've heard other stories like that. I'm like, dude, what's happening? Like that. I mean, you talk about unprofessional, and and it's just, I don't think I want to put my money in their hands. The only thing with Kit now is, it forget the email nonsense, but the fact that this order got returned, and now I'm worried, like, okay, if I get another figure, because I've never had this happen before, and if I get another figure, am I going to end up in the same spot again? Like with
Where it gets returned?
Yeah, for no apparent reason. The address was right, and it just, they sent it back, and now I'm still waiting on this cape. And it's been well over a month.
At least it's
now.
a cape, right? It's like, you, if it gets lost or whatever, so he most likely will reimburse you or try to get you a new one, and it's not a lot of money, right? But a figure, if the figure gets lost, and let's say it's one of those like limited InArt figures, it gets lost and he can't replace it. I mean, I think he might. I think InArt's prepared for situations like that where we'll have, each company always has those extras, like Sideshow, when a figure shows up and it's broken or there's something missing, or they'll always
Yeah.
have those extras just in case for people that need a replacement body or a sculpt or whatever it may be. So
Absolutely.
I think that they'll be prepared for situations like that. But even then, like I'd be scared, like your $500 Aragorn or whatever's, and it's like, oh, I got lost or got returned back. You're gonna have to wait longer. It's like, oh man.
Like, to me, that's a legit worry. For me,
Yeah.
like that's my major concern now is is this the start of some weird trend with getting something from 1/6 kit now, which just it doesn't make any sense to me. Also, where did my Michelle Pfeiffer picture go? Did you do something?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing.
Because
I don't even know how to work any of these. I see all these buttons and I'm like, what does this do?
Well, I thought you were
I
gonna
don't
jump on sooner.
I know, sorry, man.
When
When we end the stream, if you got a few minutes, you can tell me what everything is, because I was like looking at everything and I was like, what does this do? But I didn't click on anything because
absolutely,
I don't know what it does.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Oh, it looks like apparently something happened with my Google
Yeah, it's something
Drive.
you
What the
did.
hell?
Yeah, because it says looks like the file was moved or renamed. That wasn't me. I'm not even on the Google Drive.
Why you renaming stuff?
I didn't do nothing.
That's weird though, because it's got the Batman stuff, and that's on the same drive as the okay. Anyway, I think this is probably telling us it's time to end it.
All right.
So
So in conclusion, I guess to answer the question, you would order with kit.
I would order with kit. If I got to choose between those two, I would order with kit and just pray that everything goes the right way that it had up until then.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd order. And then there's always the influencers who get their $10 off code for every new release. I'm sure a bunch of these influencers, some of them are friends, right? But they'll get their codes. And then we'll be able to use it. So we'll get $10 off on the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman with kit. So any discount is appreciated. So I most likely would order with kit.
Yeah, I think that's the safe bet. I'm not. It's one of those go with the devil.
You did see it, Brick. Oh, there he was. Remember I made the mention of the Willy Wonka. He was talking about the Willy Wonka. That Mars Toys is doing it. He's saying that he did see it. So yeah, I was going to send it to you, and I totally forgot that. That Mars Toys Willy Wonka looks really, really cool, man. Like, I'm really excited. I have this whole idea of what I'm going to do with my module cases, and one of them is going to have just basically one-offs. So like completely just the Jack Sparrows and things like that. The Terminators and the RoboCops and Marty and Doc Brown. And so. The Mars Toys Willy Wonka is going to go in there, so I'm excited about that.
See, I can't go with you on that because like I have childhood trauma from Willy Wonka.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, man.
No, it's a great looking figures and all. I see why people love the figure, but yeah, I don't watch that movie or any derivative of it. It's just I don't know. Something freaked me out back then. And I was like, nope, I'm done. But
anyways,
hey, it's still a great looking figure. That doesn't take away from that at all. And I like the idea. I've kind of had that same idea about having space dedicated for one-offs. Where they don't, they're not part of some huge set, but they're like I have my movie one-offs. Like I got my RoboCop, Rambo, Terminator, stuff like that. So they can go in there and mingle because they're just my movie favorites. But Jose, I've enjoyed. I've said things I'm probably going to regret at some point, but that's par for the course. I want to thank everyone for jumping in, visiting, saying hi, and if anyone, if you're watching afterwards, thank you for watching. And remember, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna let my co-host Jose take us on out of here.
I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, let's do this thing.
What's up?
What's up? How you feeling, man?
Pretty